What if I told you that an object resembling a modern-day handbag appears in ancient artwork from completely different parts of the world? These carvings were made thousands of years ago by cultures separated by enormous distances. So what exactly are they holding, and why does this strange shape keep appearing? You've probably seen these images online, a figure holding what looks remarkably like a handbag. They are often presented as evidence of a mysterious connection between ancient civilizations. But what were these objects really, and what were they actually meant to represent? One of the most famous examples comes from ancient Mesopotamia. In Assyrian relief, supernatural beings known as Upkalu are sometimes shown carrying a small container with a handle-like feature. But these weren't ordinary shopping bags. The objects are generally interpreted as ritual items, and some have been described as containers or vessels used in symbolic purification rituals. And then we find something that looks remarkably similar thousands of years earlier. At Göbekli Tepe, some of the monumental carvings contain shapes that resemble the same basic form, a rounded or rectangular object with a curved element above it. But there's an important problem. We don't actually know what these symbols represent. Calling them handbags is a modern description based on what they look like to us. And this is where things get interesting. Similar looking objects have been identified in art from other parts of the world too. Civilizations separated by thousands of miles sometimes produced imagery that, at first glance, appears remarkably similar. Does that mean these cultures were connected? Not necessarily. Similar shapes can develop independently, especially when artists are representing common ideas like containers, baskets, plants, or ritual objects. But some researchers and alternative historians have suggested something much more intriguing. They argue that the repeated appearance of this distinctive shape could point towards a shared symbol or legacy, ancient knowledge, or even a contact between cultures we currently consider completely separate. If that were true, it would raise some enormous questions about how connected the ancient world really was. So perhaps the real mystery isn't why ancient people were carrying handbags, it's why this particular visual motif appears in so many ancient artworks, and whether those similarities are coincidence, shared symbolism, or evidence of something we haven't yet understood. So what do you think these objects represent? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please drop a sub and a like to unlock more of your curiosity.